A congressman exposed the current state inside the new Bilibid Prisons and the recently reported shootout on Tuesday night, July 25th. Here are the details in MJ Mondejar's report from the Congress.
In a press conference at the House of Representatives, ACT-CIS Congressman Erwin Tulfo disclosed the information to receive from inside the new Bilibid Prisons or NBP, particularly the reported shootout on Tuesday, July 25th. Tulfo said his sources within the Bilibid confirm that there was indeed a gunfight between two gangs using high-tech firearms.
Yung aking source, kita niya dalawang pangkat nagbabarilan, dito isang grupo, dito isang grupo, nagpapalitan ng putok. Maririnig ninyo na mayroong pang automatic gunfire. So ibig sabihin, mayroong matataas na kalibre ng baril, hindi na sumpak, hindi na pugakak, hindi paltik, kundi talaga mga mukhang high-tech na mga baril.
The congressman also mentioned that one person was killed in the shootout. 9 others were injured in the hour-long clash. The root cause of the violence was said to be linked to illegal drug activities. Tulfo pointed out that illegal practices inside the Bilibid have resurfaced, including drug-related issues.
He was saying na ongoing pa rin yung activities even though there's a change of leadership. Ay may ongoing po tuloy-tuloy yung kalakaran ng ikang droga, tuloy-tuloy po yung kalakaran ng mga illegal activities. Yung sinasabing binuwag na po yung kubol ay ongoing yung kubol ngayon.
Recently, conjugal visits inside Bilibid were extended to 1 week, but for Congressman Tulfo, such extensions were too much. Reports also emerged regarding inmates in the maximum security compound ordering food for delivery and using online shopping platforms to have items delivered inside the prison. In response to these revelations, Tulfo filed House Resolution number 1136 to investigate the situation inside the prison, and this includes the disturbing issue of an inmate who was found dead inside a septic tank in Bilibid. The missing inmate was identified as Michael Cataroja, who had a case of violating the anti-fencing law.
Urging the appropriate House committee to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the incident of inmate Cataroja, who was reported missing from the maximum security compound and then found dead inside the septic tank of NBP.
Tulfo said he had already coordinated with Justice Secretary Boy Remulla regarding such reports inside Bilibid, and that the public disclosure of their information is a result of their coordination with the Justice Secretary.
Actually, nag-respond naman si Secretary Remulla when we exposed this on my radio program last week. After 2 days, nag-order si Secretary Remulla na hanapin ito si Cataroja. So 15 yung reports sa akin, I think 17 namin in-expose. 2 days later, 19, nagbigyan instructions Secretary Remulla na hanapin.
The most notorious criminals in the Philippines are now being held inside the new Bilibid prisons, and the lawmaker that divulged this information wants the government to take action immediately. For Government of Philippines, MJ Mondejar, SMNI News.
The new major telecommunications player, Dito Telecom, reassured its subscribers that they would provide options for reactivating their SIMs and completing proper registration after the SIM registration loss deadline had lapsed. MJ Mondejar is back for another news.
The SIM registration law is now in full effect after the National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, concluded the registration of SIM cards in the Philippines. The original deadline for SIM registration was on April 26 this year, but it was extended by 90 days and ended on July 25th. To address the concerns of their subscribers who were unable to register their SIMs, Dito Telecom's Chief Administrative Officer, Attorney Adel Tamano, told SMNA News that they would offer means for reactivating the SIMs and completing the proper registration. Tamano also urged subscribers to take advantage of the 5-day reactivation period. Currently, there are 7.62 million Dito subscribers who have already registered their SIM cards, while Smart has 50 million and Globe has 48.4 million registered SIMs. The total number of successful SIM registrations reached 105.9 million, which falls within the target range between 100 to 110 million registered SIMs by the deadline. By July 31, all unregistered SIMs will be permanently deactivated and can no longer be reactivated or registered. For Government of Philippines, MJ Mondejar, SMNI News.
President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. congratulated the Philippine women's football team for their win against New Zealand. Here are the details in MJ Mondejar's report.
Filipinos are all out cheering for Team Filipinas in the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. And when the Pinay squad emerged victorious against New Zealand with a score of 1-0, our countrymen erupted in cheers. They are just a few of the millions of Filipinos who celebrated the historic match of the Philippine squad. According to PBA Partylist Representative Mix Nograles, a sports and youth representative in Congress, this victory is a significant milestone, especially as it marks the first ever goal made by the Philippine team in the tournament.
Very, very proud ako because the assist, yung nag-assist si Sarah, yung nag-assist dun sa naka-goal na si Serena, taga Davao. Actually, masaya siya. So, diba, nataas na naman natin ang bali na pagkadabawan niyo.
As a former athlete, Nograles emphasized that the historic performance of the Filipinas is a great achievement that uplifts Filipino women on the world stage.
Mas nakaka-proud to see that the women, kasi usually sa soccer, sa football, lalaki, diba? Very dominant. And now the women are really showing that they are capable and they can really showcase the talents of the Filipino women.
The Malacanang also lauded the success of the Philippines in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. In an official post on Twitter, President Bongbong Marcos sent warm congratulations to the Philippine women's football team. However, according to Nograles, the president did not mention in his recent State of the Nation address the administration's plans for sports development. Despite that, Filipino athletes continue to reap success in various sports disciplines, including weightlifting superstar Hidalyn Diaz and pole vaulting superstar EJ Obiena. Nonetheless, Nograles said she is confident that the president will not neglect the nation's athletes.
Well, I would have wanted to hear kung ano yung pwede natin magawa this second regular session sa ating mga athletes if there's going to be additional budget and all. I'm sure naman it's also part of the priorities of the president.
In the upcoming budget season, Nograles expects the leadership of the House of Representatives to work together in advocating for the necessary funds for the athletes. For Government of Philippines, MJ Mondejar, SMNI News.